Okay, we're live, pal.
Hi, friends. Welcome. We are here to play But for the Geese of God by Grant Howitt of Rome and Deckard. Fantastic. We have all never played this before. I've never ran this before. So in the true spirit of one-pagers, we're going to see what happens. It'll be great. But who doesn't want to be a goose filled with divine purpose? So these four here are our geese. I will be portraying Martin of Tours, who is a dum-dum. For a little bit of background, the legend, if you will, of Martin of Tours is that he is just a dude and he is not really interested in doing much of anything. He's just hanging out. But Martin is destined to be ordained into the Christian church. And so the medieval legend goes is that he was hiding in a shed and the geese honked and basically like gave up his position, and then he was ordained against his will. And so the conceit of this game is that Martin, who doesn't really want to do anything, needs to be propelled towards his eventual sainthood, which is going to be, thank you so much for pinning that, which is going to be challenging, but with the aid of these four lovely divine archangels turned earthly geese filled with now divine purpose, they will get the job done. So I will let each of you go around, just say your name, introduce your goose. If you want to go through your little like tiny goose blurb about what your special goose powers are, that would be spectacular.
Yes.
I'll start. I'll start since I'm in the lower corner.
That's perfect.
My name in real life is Greg, but my goose is Gabriel. He is the voice of heaven, speaker of apocalypses, giver of insight. Specialty is flapping, and his duty is revelation, domains, messages, and earth.
Spectacular.
Love to see it. Who's next?
I'll go next. My name is Nathan. I'll be playing Michael the Goose. Michael's the right hand of God, chief amongst the archangels, and the dragon slayer in goose form, of course. Let's see. My specialty is pecking, which
Wonderful.
seems appropriate. My duty is protection, and my domains are conflict and water.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna peck the shit out of people.
Can't wait.
Expect, yeah.
How about Greg? Which goose are you?
I just read that out loud, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I think it's me or Joel.
Oh, sorry.
Would you like to go, James?
Sure. I'm Uriel, guardian of paradise, the righteous eye of heaven, all-knowing. My specialty?
Hissing.
He's hissing. My duty?
Spectacular.
Vigilance. My domains? Portals and flame.
Portals. Excellent. And last but certainly not least.
My name is Joel. I will be playing Raphael, the best of the turtles. As a goose, I am the prince of healing, the mender of ways, benevolence, unfathomable. My specialty?
Spectacular. Honking.
I am honking fantastic.
Wonderful.
My duty is restoration, and my domains are physical ailments and air.
Varied. We love a varied domain. So how this game is going to work is that there are going to be a series of scenes in which you will craft a goose scheme to try to make Martin look as though he should be sainted. You have to do this in a way that basically looks like Martin is doing the thing you're trying to do. And once per scene, you can perform a miracle because you were archangels masquerading as geese. So you can perform a miracle. It has to be in your domain, and you have to make it seem like Martin is doing it. You can basically do anything within your personal goose domain or anything within the domains of what Martin is a saint of, which is the patron saint of beggars, soldiers, innkeepers, horses, winemakers, reformed alcoholics, and all of France. So it's a good range. When you decide you are going to perform a miracle, you will tell me what your miracle is. You will roll your dice pool, and if you are performing a miracle, you get to reroll all the dice that show less than 3 in your dice pool. So that is your incentive to perform a miracle, but you can only do it once per scene. Additionally, if you expend your angelic power, it leaves your goose vessel vulnerable. Before you trigger your miracle, you can't take any serious damage. You lose a few feathers at worst. Afterwards, you're just a normal goose. But if you die, you just come back as the same goose, because who could tell the difference between geese? I will, as Martin / the GM, award you points per scene depending on how saintly you made me appear. At the end of the game, we will be on Martin's deathbed, and we will weigh the miracles and figure out if Martin is successfully indoctrinated as a saint or not. The way the system of schemes works is to do a thing. You will simply outline the scheme you are attempting to perform. The more complex the scheme is, the greater your payoff will be. The higher the scheme rating, which is determined through me. Basically, a level 1 scheme is quick, direct, is a very minor effect. The level 5 scheme is awkward and tricky, but like decently efficient. The level 9 scheme would be like very lengthy, very complex, would have a huge effect on whatever you're trying to do. When you commit a scheme, you're going to roll 2d6. You get to roll plus 2d6 if you have a specialty that is related to your scheme. So if you are doing a scheme that involves your honking or hissing or such. And if you are honoring your duty. So plus 2d6 if you are using your specialty, plus 2d6 if you are honoring your duty as a goose. All of these successes will explode. So anything that shows 4 or more is a success. For each success, you roll another d6. Basically, in this game, when successes are exploding, you get to describe how you are making the situation more chaotic, unpredictable, or dangerous. Whenever you like, you can choose to stick or pass. So you can resolve the action, or you can spend a success to pass it to another willing player. If you pass, they then commit the scheme and roll just as before, and then can resolve or pass themselves. So does that make sense? You'll kind of pass back and forth.
Yeah, it's like a collaborative storytelling type of.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mixed with a little bit of Bop It.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. When you resolve or pass, you'll count the number of dice that show 1 to determine the amount of problems you cause. So if you roll 1-1, you simply just encounter a new challenge. 2 1s, something sustains collateral harm. 3 or more 1s, agents of hell, possessed animals, usually other birds, will act directly. So there's an incentive to not make that happen. After every player has committed to a scheme in a scene, you don't all have to, but you all kind of have to decide who everybody is. Then you add up everybody's successes, and we compare them to the rating. We try to go under, over, or exceed as such. Does that all make sense?
I think so.
Spectacular. So, to start, you are all geese in a very nice pond outside of a nice little roadside inn. And your good friend Martin is sitting inside just whiling away the day, like not doing anything useful, not fulfilling his important divine purpose, just kind of being a lazy dum-dum. You have all heard that there are definitely some bandits up in the mountains, and that your divine purpose in this particular moment is to get Martin up into the mountains. Do you have a thought process on how you would like to do that?
I do.
And what is your thought process? It doesn't show me your goose name, so I don't remember who you are. I'm so sorry.
I need to close this. I'm Uriel.
Oh, Uriel. Okay, perfect.
Hey, Uriel, guardian of paradise, right side of heaven, all-knowing.
Wonderful.
Oh, man.
Don't die.
I had these amazing
I'll get used to a goose form.
Then there was coleslaw. And when I went to hiss, I had a little piece of coleslaw. Still enough.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Archangel Goose, survive. Live for him. Oh, God.
Okay.
Frankly, I'd like to start off by just seeing how Martin's resolve is if he can stand me hissing at him, frankly.
So you're just going to show up, you're going to walk in and just hiss at Martin? I'm
just going to walk in.
Sure.
And I'm going to lift up one wing. I'm going to lift up the other wing. And then I'm going to start flapping him. And I'm just going to start hissing at him.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
Is he like in a room? Like he's
just like sitting at a corner, like in a corner table by himself.
So the goal is to get him to go. The goal is to get him to go up the mountain, right?
Yes.
Well, my specialty is flapping, so I'm going to flap him right out of that inn.
You're all just...
I think if together we flap, we can probably corral him up that goddamn mountain.
You're just going to flap him in the direction he needs to go.
I mean, I'm going to reserve my pecking.
Yeah. I like it. It's good. It's good. How about Raphael and Michael? How would you like to assist in Operation Get Martin Off His Ass?
Well, I had initially thought if he was like sleeping or just being a lazy ass, I was going to annoy the piss out of him with pecking against a wall or something that would just get him out of said room.
Sure.
But I'm going to reserve the pecking. I don't think that's something that needs to happen right now. I love violence, but it doesn't need to solve everything.
All geese love violence.
I mean, absolutely. How could you not? Especially one that's Michael the Archangel. I think. I mean, I'm with Gabriel with the flapping. I mean, that's going to cause a disturbance in the inn, and I think it'll get most, if not all, the patrons out. And yeah, we'll just kind of. I mean, as geese are wont to do, single out one person and chase them. So I think it's a good way of getting him. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Getting him in the direction we need to go.
Sure.
And if we kind of corral him in a box between the four of us, keep moving, then we can get him where he needs to go.
Perfect. Raphael, how would you like to contribute to this scheme?
I'm trying to understand. So, what are the domains? Like, what does a domain do?
So,
if I'm physical ailments, does that mean I can cause them? Or heal them, or both?
I think you get to choose.
Okay. So
I think the domains as if it has something to do, like for me, if there's conflict involved or if there's water involved, then that's like right up my alley and I get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But water is not a thing and there's no conflict as of yet.
I mean,
as of yet.
My domain is messages. I was thinking flapping conveys a pretty good message of move.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's reasonable.
So like, could I cause him, say, some hemorrhoids?
You probably could.
God,
so that he's very uncomfortable sitting down.
he's got to do a lot of walking though. That's not
And-
going to help him get up that mountain.
I mean, the goal right now is just to get him moving.
That's
And
problem
that's going to make him
solving.
not want to be in a chair, plus some flapping, hissing.
But do you really want to use up your miracle on that when flapping is at hand?
These are questions.
I mean, would that be the miracle?
Could Gabe
I don't-
all the
This is the
message
nature of the
from outside the
domain.
inn?
Is like this
specifically?
just something I can do offhand, or is this the execution?
So your domain is related to your domain bonus that you get is related to miracles. Your bonus for your scheming is related to your duty or
okay.
your specialty.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Say that one more time.
So your domains are related to your bonuses you get for miracles, which you only can do once a scene. Your bonuses for your scheming are related to your duties or your specialties. So like your duties are like protection, revelation, restoration, and vigilance, and your specialties are hissing, honking, flapping, and pecking.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my lead from the other geese. He's being flapped at. He's being hissed at.
Just giant hiss and flapping party.
I'm gonna get behind him and add in the kind of honking that only I can honk.
That's fair. So, our plan of action is that you're all just going to converge into this inn and just flap and honk and hiss at this guy in hopes that he will get up and you can just kind of like flap direct him in the direction he needs to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I think
If
what we
I
should
were in that
probably-
situation, I would run out of that inn. If 4 large geese came just running amok,
That's
I'd be out of
very
there.
fair. Yeah, that's very fair.
the question is, do we need to split up? 2 of us go into the inn to flap him out of the inn. The other 2 are waiting outside to make sure that he goes in the right direction.
I think that's a great option.
Ooh.
I love it.
So he's not just flaps out the door and then like runs into the woods.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I
That's
think
very
probably
reasonable.
flapping on the inside, honking, hissing, and flapping on the outside. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the official scheme. First scheme is the honking and directional flapping to get Martin to vacate his seat, get outside, and then be like flapped in the correct direction. And are you just going to continue flapping at him while he's running?
Well, I suppose we have to think of what we're going to do to keep him moving.
It's true.
What would get him to go up there?
I mean, it's not super far away, so
I mean,
it
it
depends on.
could. It'd be continuous
The
flapping.
nature of our plan is based on his lack of willingness to put up with a bunch of irritating geese and the hope that he will just try to blindly get away from us.
Sure.
Well, what if it looks like where he's going is safe from geese? It's not, but what if he looks like it is? What would look safe from geese? Is there a fenced-in area that he can see?
Should we, so getting him out of the inn and then all of the options that are aware to him for where he can go, I think we should cause chaos everywhere but the direction of the mountain, because
Sure.
that's the safest and less irritating place, right? So he's not going to turn around and go straight to the market if there's a goose, terrorizing people there.
Mhm.
All right, I'm performing a miracle. I'm starting a fire under his butt.
Okay. Wasting
Enough-
your miracle
enough of that.
early.
Are we archangels or are we aren't angels? Let's go. Come on. Booyah.
Archangels, we aren't angels. All right. So you were using your miracle for the scene to
Yes, ma'am.
start a fire, like a literal
A
fire.
literal fire under his ass.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
All right. Oh shoot. No, I gotta not screw this part up. Okay. 2d6 plus 2d6 fuse specialty plus 5. Oh, my duty is vigilance, and I need to be vigilant in this time. I'm just saying that, like,
Sure.
come on, we can't wait forever.
I think that's fair.
I mean, and
All
I'm
right.
sure the flapping will help stoke those flames.
I got one
Next
success
I think we're good.
on the first pair.
Okay.
I got 2 successes on the second pair. So we got 3 over 4, and then 2 more for my vigilance. I got 1-1.
Okay.
So 3 successes, 1-1.
All right.
Always
How
said,
would you?
all that
how
show
would
4 or
you-
more are successes. For each one, you roll another d6, adding it to your pool.
Yes.
So I should be rolling 3 more d6s.
Right.
Okay. I rolled another 1, so we got 2 1s.
Uh-oh.
I got a 4, and I got a 5.
Okay. So that's overall how many successes?
5 successes, 2 1s.
5 successes, 2 1s. Okay. What are the rest of you doing in this particular situation? You have had your friend Uriel start a literal fire. Are you continuing with your plan that you're going to kind of like directionally flap Martin once he gets up since he's on fire, or
Well, in this case, yes, I think flapping would be a great way to get him moving in the direction we want, but he's probably going to be running towards water. So what is he going to see when he leaves this inn?
Okay.
I mean, the inn is just kind of on like a little crossroads, so there's not really anything around it. It's just sort of like the crossroads, the inn, and then it's kind of like a wooded area, and then the mountains are up kind of like a little bit beyond the wooded area. It's not like he's in town.
What do you guys think?
I am going to follow James's miracles with one of my own.
Double the miracles. All right.
I am going to implant the idea that whatever the current day equivalent of Bactine
Okay.
is up the mountain,
Oh, okay.
and that the pain and suffering of his buttocks can subside once he arrives
Beautiful.
inside the mountains.
Sure. He knows that there's like some witch hazel or something up there.
the
Okay.
Bactinian mountains.
Easily accessible salve.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll
for your miracle, my friend.
Okay. And I still do not understand what I'm doing. Bear with me. Okay, so I have to roll dice, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And how many dice am I rolling?
You are going to roll 2d6 base plus another 2d6 if you're using your specialty, plus another 2d6 if you're honoring your duty as a goose.
Okay, so restoration, check. And the way my delivery system is straight up honking. But instead, like aggressive honking, it'll be like Miles Davis,
Oh no.
kind of free-form jazz, bebop,
Okay.
leading to the Holy Land where buttocks are comfortable.
Okay. Sure.
I've literally never gotten that impression from Geese, but okay.
I mean, a lot of
just
people never got that impression from bebop.
That's why it's a miracle, I suppose.
That's true.
Okay, so I roll these,
Yes.
and I'm looking for 4s or better, correct?
Yep.
I have 2 4s and a 5, and then everything else is a 3.
Okay. So you get to roll those 2 4s again.
To roll the 2 4s again. A 6 and a 5.
Okay. Do you have a 6 and a 5? Any ones?
No 1s. 6,
Okay.
2 5s.
6 and 2 5s. Okay. What are the other two of you doing?
I'm going to stick with flapping. We got to get him moving.
Okay.
I mean, the fire's going to do that, but we'll make sure he gets in the right direction. One of us.
Yes.
And we may need a miracle for once he's captured by bandits.
Mm-hmm.
You may.
But that
I'll
is
avoid my miracle. I'm gonna save it. I'll be fine.
All right.
yeah.
So you were gonna you two are just gonna do like normal scheming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this is using my specialty, so I guess I roll 4d6.
Yes.
All right.
With everything else that's going on, I don't know how my pecking is going to help. He's already got a pretty good motivation to go up the mountain with the fire and the buttocks and the flapping goose going after him.
That's probably true.
So, being the right hand of God, I think I'm in the supervisor position. So I'm just going to see how things play out here.
6, 5, 5, and 3.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay.
All right. I rolled. Since we're just doing 2 right now, I got a 4 and a 2. So do I roll one more 6 for that 4 that I got?
I believe you do.
Okay, cool. And that's a 3, so I got 1 success on those.
Okay, beautiful. So, Ural starts a literal fire under Martin, who jumps up off of his stool because he's on fire. As he leaps up, he is being aggressively flapped at by Doll. So he, as you're all kind of flapping, and you decided you're like directionally flapping him like out the door, right? That's the strategy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So his ass is on fire. He like is flapped out the door. He miraculously remembers that we're gonna call it witch hazel because I can't think of another herb right now, is up the mountain, and so he has decided that is where he is going to go because that is the only way he is going to soothe his poor flaming buttocks. The problem that is still happening here is that his ass is still on fire, and if you allow that to continue, that seems like it's going to end poorly. Would you like
Michael,
to attempt to put Martin out?
Michael, your domain is water. Perhaps now would be a good time.
Look, we've done 2 miracles already. I think this is. Can I peck these out? Can I just peck his ass, make it a little bit more
I mean, you can
uncomfortable?
try.
A little bit more. All right, so I'll add, I guess, 2 more dice to the ones I already rolled for my pecking. Okay.
Wonderful.
I got a 5 and a 2, so that's another success. I'll roll 1 more, which is a 1. Oh no.
Oh no.
So yeah, I'll just peck at his flaming buttocks in an attempt to get those flames out.
Shockingly, that's not seeming to work as well as you thought it would in your little goose
It's
brain.
my first time being a goose, so I guess we'll
It's
learn.
your first time being a goose. Like, what do you want? Martin's still on fire. How would you guys like to deal with that?
Apparently, one of us is a silly goose.
Are there any water barrels around?
I mean, you've chased him out of the inn, and he is now, like, fixated on heading up the mountain to get some witch hazel for his flaming bum, so...
He's on fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Did anybody ever teach him stop, drop, and roll?
No.
One way that you can put fire out is with sand or earth, and I think that we can probably get him to do a stop, drop, and roll, because my duty is revelation.
Oh.
Can I flap him into it?
Are you just gonna like jump and flap in such a way that like you knock him down?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
Right in his face.
Right. You're gonna like goose crane kick him?
It's a goose kick, but we're gonna pay homage to the crane kick. Yes.
Beautiful.
In addition,
Just like that scene from The Matrix with Trinity.
in addition to the things that are written down, we also just are genuinely geese, correct?
Yeah. You can do anything a normal goose can do, in addition to like all of your goosely miraculous powers.
Okay, so I'm gonna take to the air. I'm gonna follow Gabriel's example, and I'm gonna do some dive bombing, like
that's smart.
right at his head to make him like
perfect.
back and drop.
You're basically just trying to like knock him down so he like rolls around and puts himself out. Okay, reasonable. I think this is a reasonable scheme.
So I have rolled a 5, 3, 2, and 1. That means
you get to reroll
one
your
success.
5.
Okay. I'm just gonna. That is a 2.
Okay.
Raphael.
And so just regular goose behavior would be a standard 2d6, right?
Plus standard 2d6 unless you're using one of your like special goose power, like you're flapping or honking or whatever.
I'm not honking. Would my domain affect anything? Because I am air domain.
I'll give you air domain.
Okay. Does that mean like, do I add dice for domain?
Yes, you get to add. No, your domain. I'm sorry, your domain is miracle related. So
okay, so that won't.
You don't get to add dice for domain.
Straight
Nope.
2d6. Okay,
Yes.
so I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Okay, you get to reroll your 5.
Which became a 1.
Okay, perfect. I shouldn't say reroll. You get to roll in addition to your 5. Okay. So given these two things that have happened, we are attempting to do some sort of beautiful airborne goose violence to knock Martin down so he rolls himself about and puts himself out on the ground. As he is basically like just generally flailing and like having a time, he falls down, he rolls around. Do you want to say that you are going to do something while he's on the ground, or are you going to wait for him to get back up? Because as of right now, like his goal is getting up the mountain. That is the decision that somebody has fixated into his little brain.
Mm-hmm. Is the fire out from him?
The fire is out. You knocked him down. He rolled around. He put himself out.
Then I see no problem with letting him get back upon his way.
Okay. Are you going to continue, like, just kind of waddling along next to him and seeing if he goes up the mountain all the way?
I think at a bit of a distance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Respectful distance.
Yeah.
Motivational distance.
Okay.
We'll waddle behind and do the nonchalant, like if he looks back, we all look in a different direction. Like we weren't.
Because I feel like, we were put here to help him, but we don't think that like he's just gonna do nothing. I mean, he may. So like maybe he'll do things on his own. We can just sit back and wait till we're needed.
Okay. So Martin, who is really just wondering why he's having such a terrible day, is going to continue up the mountain because he is in search of some witch hazel for his bum. He continues just sort of making his way along up the mountain path. It's getting a little like more overgrown. Like it's clear that this is maybe not a super well-known path or like a super frequently used path. And as he's kind of like making his way up the mountains, all of a sudden he decides that he's gonna kind of like veer off a little bit to where he thinks the witch hazel is, and he like bends down and he's gathering up some witch hazel, and he just immediately like pulls his little robes up and like rubs his bum on some leaves, and he's having a very nice time, and he's feeling much better. But unfortunately, while he is standing with his robes aloft, sitting his ass in a patch of witch hazel, a wily bandit pops out from around a tree trunk and sets upon him.
It's perfect.
When your pants are down, it's the worst time.
I mean, this is what we wanted. This is best case scenario. Bandit achieved.
Bandit achieved. So the wily bandit, unfortunately, sets upon Martin and basically, like, sorry, my AirPod just fell out. Sets upon Martin and basically, like, decides that he is going to capture him and thinks that perhaps since he is of the church in some sense, he can ransom him for some sort of payment of some sort. He knows it's not going to be a lot. Like, clearly this guy is not any sort of like uppity up in the hierarchy of the church, but he seems like maybe they could get, you know, a few coins for him. So poor Martin has been captured by bandits. What would you like to do? A bandit, sorry. I mean, it's a band of bandits, but it's mostly just the bandit that has captured Martin in this particular moment.
Well, apparently one of the glories in the life of Saint Martin is when he was held up by bandits in the mountains.
Truly.
But convinces his captor
yes.
To devote himself to Christianity. And so the way that you get somebody to devote themselves to Christianity is by making their lives hell. And I think Geese are really good at that, and that we should play to our strengths, right? And make this captor think that he needs divine intervention to save himself. So, and that somehow Martin's going to do that for him. What do you guys think?
How are you going to make that happen? Pray tell.
Are there
I
any
can make this guy's life hell.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
Oh, I just said I can make this bandit's life hell.
Okay.
So I will just channel all of my archangel rage, and of course we have permission from the Lord, so it's justified.
Do you have permission from the Lord?
Yes, He sent us here, and so I am just going to descend with my steel razor-like beak and peck the ever-living shit out of this bandit. I will say I'm protecting Martin because I don't want him to get hurt. That's my duty. So I think just raining down upon this bandit from a unseen force, an unrelenting force of pecking, I think will probably not be a good thing for him.
How
plan.
Are you thinking that you are going to make this man feel like Martin is the reason this is happening to him and that he's not just being besought upon by a bunch of geese?
That's a good question.
I think I'll just walk with Martin for a little bit until he does anything that could be construed as a command at me. Whether he just like kicks me because he doesn't want me away because the geese made his ass as sore as it is right now, and we're flapping it away. So when another comes up and he's like, "No," then that's the command, that's the cue, and I give him a knowing nod, as the geese do.
Oh, sure, okay.
And go after his captor.
Well, while Michael is pecking the devil out of the bandit.
Sure.
I'm gonna waddle up behind Martin, not where he can see me, but where the bandit would be able to see me.
Sure.
I'm gonna give the bandit a knowing look while just going.
So we're just sort of like physically intimidating the bandit in a way that makes it feel like maybe Martin is responsible.
This is psychological warfare.
I mean, we can't make it too obvious, right? There has to be some question so that you can overcome that and believe that this is right.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are our other two geese doing?
Do we feel like this is a time in which these bandits would be familiar with scripture?
Not at all.
I feel like in this particular time frame, bandits probably are aware of the church, but they're probably not necessarily like fearing of the church in such a way that like they still think they can like take Martin, who has been ordained, and ransom him. Like they think that they understand that the church has money, but not in a way that they're gonna like try to pull an Ocean's 11 heist. Like they're pretty small potatoes.
All right. Well, here's what Euro is going to do. As the bandit's just kind of like, is the bandit is actively being attacked right now, or are we formulating?
We're scheming. We're scheming, and then everything will happen.
So shortly,
Uriel is going to open a portal then between the bandit and our sweet lad. And when he walks through it,
are you trying to miracle?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to miracle.
Didn't you set the fire on him?
You are a miracle.
Oh, we're in the same scheme.
We're in the same scene.
This is our second scheme against.
This is our second scheme in the first scene.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Just kidding.
Well, you punt. I'm changing my strategy.
Sorry, I thought that it was one per scene. Or one per scheme.
Nope, it's one per scene, but there were technically 2 schemes in the first scene.
Okay. That's why I didn't want to go straight away. I still got mine locked and loaded.
Well, we kept talking, so I had to let fire under our asses.
No worries.
Instead of the knowing look, I had a better idea, which is I'm going to be behind Martin, and then knowing that air is kind of my jam.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to fly behind Martin, but where the only thing that will be visible of me to the bandit is the wings, to make it look like Martin has angel wings.
Oh, that's very good. Okay.
Like the geese of God is attacking on behalf of his holy servant.
That makes sense. All right. Has everyone decided what they're doing in this scene, or if they're doing anything, or if they're going to wait to see what happened and then see if an action is passed on to them if they're not doing something?
I think I will wait to see what happens here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the angel / geese wings, and then the goose
and the violent pecking. You think that'll do it?
Town, I think, is a good start.
Sure, I think that's reasonable.
All right. So do you want us to roll these at the same time, or is it
roll them in succession, because if you are passing actions on.
All right. So Raphael is doing angel wings first.
After.
So
like he'll be getting attacked, and then he'll look up, and he'll hopefully see Martin as like an angelic
savior.
Yeah.
So it's I attack, you do it, I stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. We'll do it. All right, here we go.
Okay.
6 dice coming in hot.
Oh boy.
I got 3 successes and 1 1.
Okay.
So that 1 is going to stay there. I'm going to re-roll these 3 bad boys. And I got 1 more success. So I got 4 total successes and then a 1-1. As I deliver the Lord's wrath.
Sure.
On this bandit.
Because that was a lot of successes, and successes explode. How are you making this more chaotic and unpredictable?
I think I'm just trying to get this guy off balance, and like I go for 1 foot as soon as that one goes up. I go for the other foot, trying to get him off balance, and once he's on the ground, just waylay into him. Going for the most vulnerable places, testicles, eyes, what have you.
As if the very flames of hell were reaching up out of the ground to consume him.
In the shape of a goose.
In the shape of a goose.
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Raphael.
3 and a 4. So the 4 is a success, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And did you add one more
Yeah,
to
did
that?
you add one more?
got one
Because you had
success?
This is just normal goose behavior. I don't get to think.
right, but you got a 4, which is a success. You get to roll
Anytime you get a
another
success,
die.
you add one more to your pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got a 4, so I roll another, which is a 5.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very nice. Okay. So you are getting like you're just kind of trying to fly up behind Martin and like make it look like he has angel wings, and then are you encouraging Martin to say something, or are you just gonna like hope that this action like scares this bandit enough that he's like, oh my?
My hope is that the bandit will just see this and think that man is protected by God.
Sure.
I need to stop fucking around.
All right. Gotcha. Do either of you want to use your banked successes to pass an action on to either of your goose friends who have not acted?
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. Do they have any ideas to make this a little bit more spectacular and have a little more weight?
Well, I mean, if we both stand to either side of Martin and spread our wings,
Yeah.
that'd be quite the display.
I feel like we bow to him first,
Ooh.
Yeah. Geese.
Okay.
as though we are doing his bidding.
That'll really confuse Martin
Has
since we
holy-
just harassed him up the mountain.
To be very fair, Martin spends most of his life confused, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's not going to look any
This-
stupider than he already looks, I feel.
This is just another day for him, really.
No matter where I go, there are always geese.
Whose specialty was the honking?
Mine.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say if we had that one, in the pocket, we could have a honk like it's the trumpet of the Lord while all this is going on.
Oh.
I was thinking about that, or like a
Yeah.
honk that is like the angelic choir.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Just a terrible goose choir.
How
But like, I
Glorious.
think that's only appropriate if the clouds parted and sunlight came down and hit Martin. And I don't have
That might require a little miracling, and we're running low on miracles.
So
beyond our
both
goose abilities.
So both of you that had banked successes are using one of those successes to pass actions on to your other 2 goose compatriots so that you can look more magnificent and holy. That is the plan?
correct. That is
Yeah, I would say that's a good
Okay.
idea.
Beautiful. Okie dokie. Well, this man is goddamn terrified. Like, he doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
He's being assaulted by a goose. This crazy man that he has tried to jump in the witch hazel patch seems to be much more powerful and important than he was previously thinking. And he really feels like he needs to devote himself to learning about the Lord, because this man holds great and terrible power, and if you can control geese, which are genuinely the most uncontrollable creatures that you could probably think of in medieval France, it seems like that is something worth looking into. So this man has agreed to he's like, hey, give me your 4th century France equivalent of a business card, and I definitely need to look into this whole the Lord business.
This whole
And-
God thing.
QR codes.
Yeah, this whole
Pretty
deal. And he like apologizes to Martin and runs down the mountain. So that is the scene of the great parable of Martin getting held up in the by the
Cue Final
mountains.
Fantasy victory fanfare, baby. We got it.
Absolutely.
Scene one.
You know.
Scene 1 done. You did it. That was beautiful.
What's each goose's victory pose when that fanfare hits?
Oh yeah, what is each goose's victory pose? I need to know.
I think Michael just like stands very, very stoic and just raises both of his wings up in the air and looks up to the Lord and points.
Beautiful.
I guess Michael.
The rest of you have a victory pose.
More of a victory dance, really.
Beautiful.
I mean, yes.
I'll touchdown dance.
Excellent. How about the other two of you?
Threw a bunch of shoulders around.
Goose heard us talking about him. He had to get in.
Hi, Goose.
What?
Uriel, Raphael, do you have a Goose victory pose?
I think Raphael would just kind of find a shadowed area and like have like high contrast lighting, like heavy shadow with just like his beak poking out,
Nice.
like the light hitting.
Beautiful.
Maybe just
Anime glint going off it.
yeah, as he
And
holds
Uriel.
as he
How about
holds
you?
his two knives.
Took a turn.
Nope.
Yep. Feel good?
I don't know. My camera seems to have stopped for some reason.
We can see you. Like, we can hear you, but you're here and not
Like the goose
moving.
with the knives, apparently. Never do that again.
Let me.
You put fear into the universe that geese can wield knives.
Truth.
Geese don't need knives.
Not at all.
Geese don't need knives.
But what if they had knives? That is the question we have to
I mean,
ask.
we may find that out later on in this adventure.
We may.
Yeah, things
What
go.
if geese had knives?
My miracle of conflict has anything to say. We may get bladed up a little bit later.
Spectacular. Uriel, do you have a goose victory pose?
A goose victory pose?
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 feathers and then
Ooh, very
the
nice.
wings out. Yeah.
I like it. It's a good one. That's
You're
glorious.
You're not going to give a.
Okay.
Oh, you
So-
gonna soldier boy it?
I have cranked
Is that
that.
going on from Christmas?
So
We did it again
You-
a bunch more in the next session too.
Yeah.
So you guys have successfully helped your good boy Martin on his first saintly adventure. Some time passes. Martin goes back to the inn because he's not interested in living anywhere else. That seems hard. And he is once again just being a useless piece of crap. He's still at the inn. He's sitting in front of the fireplace. He's like talking to this guy, like kind of about what happened in the woods with the bandits, but also like not in a way that's making himself sound very impressive, just like in a way where he was like, there was some geese, I don't really know what happened, it was fine. And this guy's like, okay, whatever. So he's kind of having this like pointless conversation where you were like, Martin, my dude, like this is an opportunity to like proselytize, and instead you're doing whatever this is because you're the worst. And this guy is talking about how he is, kind of, he's interested in the story, but like not in the sense of like Martin being a badass in it, more about the like power of the Lord being involved. And he tells Martin that he has heard that there is a terrible heathen temple in the woods that Martin, like, if he is truly of the Lord, like, maybe he can help with this, because this temple full of demons in the woods is really, like, wrecking shit up. You all have this goose information. Do you think that you would like to, in some way, help Martin cleanse this temple of demons? Does it feel like a thing?
I am
a thing you're into?
1000% down.
1000% down.
I mean,
Vanquishing demons? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's like, guys, we're going.
Portals
We're
and
going.
fire.
It's
Then-
happening.
I look at Uriel. I'm like, I do this. I'm like, make the fire. Come on, we gotta get it moving again.
yeah,
Go.
it's not like he's going to do it on his own.
I mean, he does know you guys now because you did kind of save his ass in the woods. So it's possible that if you like show up and are like, okay, Martin, you're Geese, you can't talk.
We
But
just
if you
walk
kind of
in,
give
go over to
him-
the fire, stick our feathers out, rub them together, and just look at him slowly.
Or just like waddle into the doorway and do one of the
You know what? This is what should we do? We should have one person go in, make your presence known. If he's at all like, oh no, and like looks out the window, we can have a goose at the window, like staring at him, and like everywhere he looks, we're just there. Like he knows we know, and he knows we heard the situation, and if he doesn't get moving, then he may have a sore bum.
Then you're gonna light him on fire again, and he's got a
mean,
little PTSD.
Yeah,
about
whoever goes
that.
in goes right up to the fire.
We
You
just-
know, a vicious flapping would probably suffice this time. That's all I'm saying.
go for it.
I'm just saying, if we instill the fear in him, or at least the motivation, just by us being present, I mean, that can go so long later. If we just show up, he's like, "Oh, gotta go, guys. Demons, you say? Yes, I love it."
So your hope is that you're gonna just like waddle into the inn and do like some gentle flapping at Martin, and he'll be like, "Okay." I mean, last time you guys lit me on
Gentle.
fire and also made me look like kind of a badass in the woods, so I guess.
Yeah, I don't know that we need to steer through fear. I don't think making him afraid of us is.
Okay.
That's one of our
So you're gonna
key
try to like
Geese
buddy
strengths.
up.
That's what the Lord is about, though, right? I
No,
mean,
but we
That
don't,
is
want
what
him
Lord
to,
is about.
we don't want him to run from us whenever he sees Geese. We want him to know that we got his back.
Sure.
yeah, but when a quest
We'll call him A, we'll
appears,
call him
and the
B.
dude shows up with a little exclamation point over his head, and he sees some geese, that makes him perk up and be like, "Oh, this is the important thing," you know?
Okay. So you're not gonna menace Martin this time. You're just gonna go in and be like, "Yo, Martin, let's go."
We'll try the carrot. We did the stick
Okay.
last time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean, that's just me. I'm saving the good stuff for the demons. You know?
I mean, it's a temple full of demons. Like,
I think a little flapping should be enough.
okay.
If we need to escalate, I think we've proven we can.
Okay.
Now, does it need to be like a uniform, like flap between all of us? Like one starts and another one comes in and joins the flap. It's like a slow clap,
Oh.
but with the
Like
flapping,
a
and then
slow flap.
where it's just thunderous in this inn, and he's like, we gotta
Yeah,
go
it's
now.
like Mighty Duck style, right?
Yes,
Do it. Do it.
Flap,
I'll flap.
flap,
Flap.
I'll flap.
flap,
All right.
flap,
Flap,
Do it.
flap,
Do
Flap.
it. One of you can
Flap.
flap, and then you can
Flap.
do the succession in flaps. If you
Flap.
give if you can pass actions, I will let you
Okay.
do a successive flap.
Okay. So since I'm a flapper by nature,
Gabriel, the master flapper, is gonna start it off.
I start with a 5 and a 4.
Okay.
So then I roll 2 more. I mean, I rolled 4 dice because that's my thing.
Yes.
And a 6 and a 4.
Spectacular.
Hell yeah!
I don't re-roll
Are you
the
gonna-
4 or anything, do I?
No, you just do it once. Are you going to pass one of those successes along to one of your friends to see if you can do the Mighty Duck style building flap?
Yes, Raphael,
Cool.
Question, and you
I'm
know.
bringing you in.
I don't think I'm in on the slow flap. He's not Rudy. He's not Rudy.
Neither are you. Who's above a slow flap? Oh, Raphael, you just think because you got name of Ninja Turtle, all of a sudden you're the cooler Archangel? We're in this together.
I mean, I started the list of it. So
If there's anybody who's Rudy, it's Martin's dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't going to
True
be on the
story.
sidelines for a long time, and he's like still hopeful.
you know what?
They get in the
Fine.
game.
If you need, I'll bring up the tail end of the slow flap.
All right, well, we'll bring Michael in as the next slow
I'm coming.
flapper then.
How many
It can
times?
make a difference.
I gotta
I'll
sit.
help.
Boom! 2 dice, 6 and a 5, right off the
Beautiful.
bat. You got to believe in the slow flap, and that's it. So I got 2 successes. I'm absolutely passing on. Uriel, get in on this.
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 1. I re-rolled the 4 and I got a 1.
Shit!
Okay, beautiful. All right.
I need to hiss, I will.
Uriel's not on beat. He's just fucking just coming in town like, that's good, right?
You're flapping, and you're like really into it, and you generate a little too much wind, and you knock over a bar stool, and it falls down, and the innkeeper comes out, and she's like, "Goddamn geese in here again!" And she gets a broom, and she's gonna start trying to sweep you guys out. What are you gonna do?
Whew. Yeah, Michael doesn't like being threatened, so I'm gonna snap that broom in two with some very precise pecking.
Excellent.
And I'm protecting myself and everyone else here.
You are.
My fellow geese, so I think that gets my 2 + 2 + 2.
Okay.
So we're gonna lay them out here. That's I only got 2 successes, so we're gonna roll 2 more here. And I got another success, but I did get a 1. So
Okay.
my whole goal was just to like aim right for the weak point of the broom, probably mid shaft, between probably between where she's holding, just snap it in 2.
Okay. So you managed to snap the broom in half.
Damn right.
And she is in awe of your goose power. But she decides that since, like, you are maybe a little more goose than she is interested in handling, but there are other geese in here, she comes up to Uriel and she starts just, like, flapping her apron at him.
Flat battle. Flat battle. Flat battle.
Well, Uriel.
What you're going to do is you're being apron flapped, Uriel.
I don't care for that.
That's fair.
I think that the only thing more potent than a flat back is a hiss back. I'm going to try scaring this lady.
You scare that lady. You see what happens to it.
I will. 2 5s.
Oh.
And I'm going to get my +2 because of my specialty.
Yeah, you are.
Be hissing. A 6 and a 4. So I'm going to be roofing all 4 of those.
Damn.
1 1.
1 1 1 1.
And another 6.
Okay. Spectacular. So you have terrified this lady. That was a lot of successes, though. So tell me how the situation gets more chaotic.
Too excited. Calm down.
This isn't in. There's probably a knife.
We are building a rapport with Martin. And
you are?
I think that he's just dumb enough that he's feeling it. And I think Martin also starts flapping his. He gets in on the slow flap, and he also starts hissing.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn, Martin. Wow.
So Martin's just like.
Martin's flapping. Martin's hissing.
Yeah. We're all
the man that Martin was talking to at the fire is just leaving. He's like, I don't need this.
Or is he staring in awe? He didn't think anything of Martin. Now he's like, oh, maybe this goose thing has some traction.
I mean, I think he's leaving. He was not really on board with Martin anyway. And now he's like, this man is clearly touched.
Cowards.
All right, Raphael, what are you doing in the situation? Are you gonna round it out at the end of the slow flap? Martin's getting involved.
At this point, having seen what Martin did, I'm just looking up at the heavens, asking, "Why, Lord? Why him?
Why is this my job?
Why him?"
Our job is not to question, Raph. Do as you're told.
Wow.
Listen to Dad.
Listen to Dad. It's gonna ground us.
When Dad speaks.
Okay.
Dad gives you a job, damn it, you better do it.
We still need to figure out a way to get him to get out into the woods and take care of this temple full of demons.
I mean, I think Martin's into it. Like he's determined that you guys are his like goose buds, and he's he's feeling the camaraderie here. So he's willing to kind of do whatever you tell him to at this point in time. So are you gonna try? I mean, you're archangels. You probably know where all the temples are. Are you going to try to get him to just go to this temple, like, willingly? Are you just going to be like, follow me, and like waddle off and see if he'll just tag along?
I mean,
we've already gotten flapping.
If he's feeling the flapping and the hissing and he's feeling emboldened, I think we should just keep it going, but just like a marching tune and like lead him towards the temple.
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who should roll for that first? Should it be me?
I don't think you guys have to roll for that. I think he's willing. I think he's feeling it. So he is going to follow you along, and you are going to just go on your nice little goose march of sorts out to this temple in the woods that is unfortunately afflicted with many demons. As you are heading towards the demon-filled temple with Martin, who's really riding high, feeling great, do you guys want to work on your goose schemes kind of knowing that this temple is full of demons? Do you want to wait until you get there? What is your plan of goose action?
I mean, I think we need to assess the situation when we get there. Like, I'm Michael is all for going in like guns beaks ablazing, but I think that, you know, with how things have been going, it may not be the best best option.
Sure.
And if we have to make it look like Martin's doing it, then me just rushing in isn't gonna. I've tried that before years ago. Dad wasn't happy, so we're gonna. I gotta wait for the okay.
I think as they herd Martin along, I'm going to fly ahead and recon the temple to see what kind of demons we're dealing with. Are we dealing with like up from the pits of hell demons, or are we dealing with alcoholism and just some really bad habits?
Ladies wearing pants.
Yeah,
the worst demons of all.
They're showing their knees. What? Oh God!
Singing on a Sunday. That's the Lord's day.
Demons can mean a lot of things, and you deal with them in different ways.
That's true.
I feel
so
like
you're gonna just try to do a little like recon flyover reconnaissance kind of mission, and then you're gonna fly back and tell everybody what you see?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. You can do that. You're a goose. I'm not gonna make you roll for flying. But you do a nice little like circuit, and because you're an archangel and you like kind of have a general sense of like demons and how they work and stuff, you come to the conclusion that these are not like super scary demons, but they're like not great, and there are many of them, but it's kind of more of a like quantity over quality situation.
Okay.
You also know that given this point in time in medieval France, like demons be hella scary to people who aren't angels. So you're like, I have a good sense that like if Martin can purge the temple of these demons, which you genuinely don't think is going to be that hard because they're kind of just like pretty like low-key demons. If you can make it look like Martin is the one cleansing the temple of demons, and honestly, like if he's the only one there, you can kind of see whatever happened. But if the temple remains full of demons, like that's not going to be a plausible story.
Yeah.
So you kind of know that like you need to make the temple not have demons anymore, but how that all happens is kind of loosey-goosey in the sense that like as long as at the end of the day the story is that Martin has cleansed the temple of demons, mission accomplished.
He was there, things happened. Yeah,
he was there, things happened. Like Martin is dumb enough that if you just go in and like use your angel powers and make demons not be there anymore, like Martin's not gonna like be able to keep a secret. So you need to make Martin think he did it, but also you know that like he's a dum-dum, so that part's not super hard.
I've already got.
But at the end of the day, like if you just go and take care of it, people like Martin's gonna be like, yeah, these geese showed up and did it. Like he's not gonna be able to make anybody think that he did it. So you gotta at least kind of do it in a convincing enough way for Dum Dum Martin to think he did it.
Okay. I have a 2-phase plan.
Oh boy.
Well, hang on.
Can't
Have we
wait.
gotten here yet? Do we know like what's the situation? Where are they at? Where is it located? Are there?
You have not gotten there yet.
around?
I mean, it is a temple full of low-key demons in the woods. And that is the information that Raphael is gonna bring back.
Okay.
Unless he wants to say otherwise.
Yeah, no, I'm just just giving him the straight scoop.
Sure.
So, 2-phase plan. One of us harasses Martin until he starts praying, but then the temple is very obviously cleared of demons by his praying.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my number one question, based on what I can contribute, is there a source of water around? Whether it's a stream, a river.
I mean, there's probably like a baptismal font.
Okay.
It's probably got some water in it.
What do you guys think? Is that a... Oh, go ahead.
Well, here's my idea for you using a miracle and trying to clear these demons out.
Yeah, new scene. Everybody's got their miracles back.
If any of you guys if we can convince Martin to take a drink of something, that's when my miracle hits, and I can make some sort of figure appear out of the water and like chase these people out of wherever they are. And if he's just kind of like looking over and the water has touched his lips, then he's summoned this being from the Lord's power to clear the space out.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I mean, what is that something you guys are into, or what else? Gabriel, you said you had a couple ideas.
I mean, that was the 2-phase plan. Get him to pray by harassing him, and then have those prayers drive the demons out of... Well, the prayers drive the demons out of the temple.
All right. Well, if you guys like that miracle, it's locked and loaded. It's ready to go. I'm up in the tree, like sniper rifle position, pointed at the baptismal, just ready to go. So as long as I get like the cue and you throw a feather up or give me a honk, it's going. So I'll be the prestige. You guys can be the intro.
I mean, my duty... I'm sorry. Yeah, my duty is revelation. So I don't have to reveal true things to Martin.
I don't know.
What do you guys think about the plan?
I love it. Let's do it.
Who's going to do the harassing until he prays?
I mean, I don't need to do a miracle to do that. I could just hiss at him, I suppose.
So a little hiss honk combo.
Yeah, a little hiss honk.
And he's like, "Please God, make it stop." There's the prayer.
Yeah,
you know,
give him the old hiss honk. I can do that.
A little hiss honk.
Start it up.
Or yeah, that'll work.
Or like
Not doing great. Okay, doing better.
You give him the wings together.
Two success.
Okay.
1-1. There's another success and another one.
All right.
So 3-2.
And
Not great.
I rolled a 6, a 6, a 3, and a 2. And
Hell yeah, Gabriel.
Crushing
a 2 and a 2. So it's just the 2 successes.
Okay. So Uriel starts doing the old hiss honk, and Martin is like, guys, I thought we were chill. Like, I came out here to this fucking temple. Like, you wanted this. Like, what are you doing? Calm down. And what is Gabriel doing?
I was using my miracle to clear the temple, basically revealing to Martin that his praying drove the demons out of the temple.
Okay.
And then I'm going to double down with the miracle on the miracle to make the water.
Okay, so we're double miracling.
Oh, we're getting a water elemental up in this bitch. We're going D&D
Okay.
a little bit so that it
I
can,
see.
yeah, get these people out.
Okay, I see. So, would you like, since you had 2 problems that arose, Uriel, would you like to in some way resolve those problems, or would you like to use your... Did you have a success, or did you not have a
I had 3
success at all?
successes and 2 ones.
And 2 ones. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can use one of those successes to, instead of resolving that problem, essentially like pass that problem on if somebody else is better equipped to deal with said problem of getting Martin to pray before Gabriel and
Does
Michael
the
try to do their temple clearing bit.
Raphael, how are you feeling? What do you
Still
think?
okay.
Okay, yeah, I think Raphael can. I think Raphael could take that on.
Okay.
I think I'd like to pass that. I think I'd like to create an opportunity to collaborate with my good friend Raphael.
Sure. That's very generous of you. So Raphael, you need to convince Martin to pray so that this whole ruse of his prayers clearing the temple is what cleanses it of demons, because you have just brought him here to Demon Temple. You have flapped aggressively at him, and he is like, guys, I thought we were cool.
I have not aggressively flapped. That was...
No, you have not. I'm saying that as a whole, though, he has been aggressed, and he's like, guys, you came into the inn. I thought you wanted to take me somewhere cool for another cool miracle, but instead, you've brought me to a demon temple, and then you hiss honked at me.
Yeah, I'm gonna step in to be Goose Cop.
Okay.
And the
Perfect.
classic Goose Cop, Bad Cop.
Excellent. What you gonna do?
And so as Martin is like, what are you doing? I thought we were going to be chill. I just waddle up to the other side and I look at him and I go to get his attention.
Okay.
And when he looks at me, I'm just going to go and then I look at him and then bow my head.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. And I'm honking, so I can add.
Yeah,
2.
you are.
So I'm up to.
It's just a gentle honk, but it's still a honk.
Yeah, it's still a honk. I have a 6, and then 3 not 4s.
3 not 4s.
A
Okay.
1, a 3, and a 3. They're not going to be.
Got you. So a 1, a 3, and a 3.
Yes.
So Martin is like, okay, sure. He can take a hint. He's not entirely sure why you want him to pray. And so it's maybe beneficial for you to make him think he is in danger in this temple full of demons in a way that encourages him to pray.
Okay.
How would you like to do that?
I'm going to stick with gestures. I think Martin can be reasoned with.
Martin is a simple creature and he understands charades.
His favorite hobby is charades.
So seeing the lack of clarity,
Sure.
I'm just going to do that towards the demonic temple, because he was told it was a demonic temple.
He was.
You can put a couple.
And then I'm going to do
there you go.
horns.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go back to the pray gesture,
Okay.
demon temple.
Okay. Perfect.
I want to see a goose do charades. I want to see a goose do charades.
And I'm going to give another honk that's more like, duh.
Okay.
Come on, dude.
Perfect.
I'm
Come on, dude.
A little more forceful on
a
that.
little bit more.
We tried to give you a little bit of leeway, but
do I roll for this as well?
Yes.
Okay. And mostly that second honk was just so I could add 2 dice.
That's fair.
I am without shame. I do not care.
I mean, you were a goose. You can honk whatever you damn well please.
I have a 5, a 4, a 1, and a 2.
Beautiful.
Here, roll 2 more for the pool.
Yeah,
for the
roll
successes.
2 more for your 5 and 4.
A 6 and a 4.
All right, beautiful. So, Martin's like, oh, okay. Like, it just took him another round of charades. He's a dum-dum. So, because he, like, now understands that you are geese with divine purpose and he is occasionally tuned into that, he is going to, like, very dramatically, like, flow out his little, like, robes and, like, bend down and, like, assume the praying position and start praying, like, very passionately. Meanwhile,
I imagine he prays like TV football players.
yes,
Like Friday Night
100%.
Lights, where he's like, "Oh Lord, we are here today in your grace."
Yes.
It's the rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. That's his prayer method.
As we prepare in your goodness
Yes.
to do battle with the demons
Oh,
of
God,
San
just
Fernando
cue these
County.
miracles already. I'm tired of hearing Martin.
Okay, so Martin is praying.
So Martin is praying.
Gabriel, were we setting off your miracle first and then my miracle? I forgot the.
I mean, that's what we were doing before, I thought.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Phase 2, you guys are up.
Successive miracles. Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the knowing look and the point to fire off.
And I'm just ready to drive out those demons.
That's fair.
Drive them out.
Driven.
Doing it.
A
Doing it.
5 and a 5. And a 2.
Okay. And a 2. All right. So
And then-
you are Operation just like miracle demon clearing. That's what you're up to.
Yep. Yep.
Revelationing. Okay. And then Michael, what are you doing? What is your miracle choice?
Do I get the look from the rest of my geese that it's time to water miracle?
I think so.
I've been waiting so patiently. Yeah, I just clap my my hands together, and whatever water is in that baptismal just starts to bubble up and take form in the middle of this group of demons, and just starts to kind of just flail around and scare the bejesus out of them and clear out this temple.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like super powerful demons, so it doesn't take much. But
Okay, cool.
hey,
so we're gonna
if you go back into town and you start like this rumor that Martin cleared a temple full of demons, medieval peasants are very scared of demons, so it's an easy sell.
Gotcha. All right. Do you want Gabriel and I to roll for this?
I think Gabriel already rolled, so I think it is your roll for your miracle.
All right, cool. So I got 1, 2. I got 4 right off the bat.
Okay.
And 1 more. So then I get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more for these.
You do.
So, all right. So 5 successes, no 1s yet. I got 1 1 and 3 more. So 8 successes and a 1.
Okay. So 8 successes. I'm gonna let you cause some chaos with that. How would you like things to get more chaotic?
Oh God, I think the elemental is just gonna go complete Korra waterbender and just like starts whipping these bastards, just like cuts all across the face, the asses,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
these things when people.
It's like picking up demons and throwing them through windows.
Oh God, it's terrible. Like it's just anime hentai level tentacles grabbing people around and like throwing and just like doing all sorts of things that are bad. Groot and Guardians of the Galaxy grabbing all, just like, it's terrible. If these things were not demonic, they'd be dead. And anyone that sees them know, this just causing as much spectacle as possible and as much damage as possible in this place. Absolutely.
You're making it look like there has been a great spiritual battle here.
Oh God, yeah. I want to have a crater in the earth after this is done, so people can come here, so there's even more proof of what happened.
Sure. Okay. So you're just going to like wreck this temple. You're whipping demons around, like,
Oh yeah.
the demons know you mean business.
Mm-hmm.
Between
that Martin means business.
That Martin means business, yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Between your crazy water elemental demon busting and between Gabriel's demonic clearing of sorts, these demons are running. Like they are like, there are other temples. Like, we don't need this. No, thank you. Martin is feeling pretty righteous, pretty important. He thinks that he has done a great job here. He is going to go back to the inn with you guys, if you're following him still. He is going to go back to the inn, and he, like, goes back and he starts kind of, like, telling this tale to folks in the inn who are, like, marginally skeptical because it's Martin. But then there's, you know, a couple, like, hunters who had been out in the woods that come into the inn, and they, like, regale, like, what they saw at the temple and the fact that there's, like, nothing left there. And they feel like that corroborates Martin's story pretty well. And so you guys did a great job with this scene. You have convinced Martin that he has miraculous demon clearing powers. And everybody in the town is thinking that he is some hot shit. So, well done. Some time, did you hear all that? Did you have your headphones in your reel?
No, I don't have cordless headphones.
Oh, okay.
Also, apparently my wife and daughter are back, and the dogs are just dum-dums, and like I get up there and I let them out, and I come back in and I'm like, I hear like voices in my bedroom, and they're just like in there both like playing games, and I was like, dogs, come on, man.
Brief summary of what happened.
Okay.
Michael caused absolute water elemental chaos with 8 successes.
Sick.
And just like wrecked shit through
There's
the
a crater.
windows.
There's a crater where that temple used to be.
There's a crater where that temple used to be.
They know that God's been there.
Yes.
Sure.
So Martin, meanwhile, thinks he did a really great job clearing that temple.
Mhm.
And he comes back to the inn and starts telling everybody, and then some hunters who are in the woods show up, and they like corroborate the story of the temple just being like wrecked up. Clearly it was a sign of great spiritual warfare. Mission accomplished.
Hell yeah.
So Martin is like riding high for a hot second, and he, you know, is feeling pretty good. He's going around, he's, you know, preaching the word of the Lord. But our boy Martin, once again, he gets bored. So he heads back to the inn, and once again, Martin is sitting on his ass, eating his stew, and you guys are like, come on, Martin. Like, we thought we did it. We thought we had, like, done this. We thought we were in a good place. But a gentleman shows up at the inn one night, and he is talking about how there is a guy who definitely seems like he is possessed by some form of demon. And Martin's little ears prick up because he thinks maybe he's like good at demon stuff. And your little goose ears prick up, and you're like, ooh, maybe this is it. Like, maybe this is the moment that we finally convince Martin to get off his ass, because he seems a little interested. Like, he feels solid about his demon clearing capabilities, which is probably a bad idea at the long run if you guys are there, but you are, thank God. So Martin actually just of his own volition, miraculously, decides that he is gonna go do this. He's like, you know what? This is my moment. Like, I'm super good at clearing demons. Like, think about what I did back at that temple. I'm amazing. So our good friend Martin takes off, and he goes to this little town, one town over, and he immediately realizes this was a terrible idea, because as he enters the house where this man who is possessed by a demon lives, he realizes that this demon is no joke. Unlike the demons, plural, that you guys exorcised from the temple, this demon is not a minor demon. This demon definitely has some more serious demon powers than the demons that you guys exorcised from the temple. So, like, the moment you walk into the temple, or walk into the house with Martin, because I assume you guys are all coming with, the moment you all kind of like...
Yeah.
R.I.P. Martin. This is just where he dies.
Helped you
So
enough.
as you guys all walk into the little, like, one-room house that this demonic possessed man lives in, you too realize that perhaps this is outside of Martin's capabilities, as this man's head turns all the way around, and he looks at Martin, and he looks at the four of you geese, and he makes a sound that is alarming to everybody involved. That you know is definitely not a normal human sound, and is definitely the sound of a demon that is here to wreck your shit. How would you like to proceed? Martin immediately just goes, like, pale white, and is like, perhaps this is above my pay grade, and starts turning around to leave.
Is this guy just in the house, like, strolling around? Is it like Exorcist style where he's strapped to a bed? What's going on?
I think he is in the house, like, sitting up in bed. He has not made any sort of, like, scary demon lunges at you yet. He's not restrained.
All right.
It's like this demon has decided that, like, his whole deal is, like, fucking with this guy, and he's like, this guy doesn't have to go anywhere right now. It's fine. Like, what his infernal purposes can be fulfilled by just lounging comfortably in bed, because you're coming to him.
I'm going to play off the rapport I've built with Martin.
Okay. Martin, who is, like, ready to shit himself.
Yep. I'm just going to, like, get his attention.
Sure.
And then I'm going to do, like, gesture towards the mouth.
Okay.
We'll go and, like,
Martin immediately starts to stick his own finger.
Yeah,
in
that's
his
what I was
mouth.
like. That's not.
I shake my head, and then I do the, like, at the temple, at the dude.
Martin's gonna look at you a little confused. And he's gonna look at the guy, and he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna look at the guy. And while Martin is making this contemplation, the demon-possessed man in the bed is starting to get up.
I've been excited since I felt the demonic power, because this might actually be a real fight. And I know Dad's gonna get upset with me, but I just launch at his face. They can, and I see that Martin's confused. They can have more time to talk. I'm gonna peck the hell out of this guy. Just before he can even stand up and do anything, I'm gonna launch the first attack, soften him up a bit, so to speak.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be a flurry of pecking at the face.
Sure.
So that's my first go.
All right.
And we'll see how the pecking goes really quick.
Beautiful.
Oh no, I lost a dice. Well, those are 2 6s and a 4 right off the bat, so I'll take that right away.
Jesus.
And a 5. Oh, I don't fuck around with demons. This isn't. All right, so that's 4 successes.
Okay.
5. That's 6 successes, no ones.
Oh.
This guy's face is probably almost non-existent, and I'm very happy.
Okay, well, he's gonna have a rough time when he's no longer possessed by a demon.
Well, that's usually the case, so I know that it's going to be okay.
It's
And
true.
you know, you know what, I'm going to go strictly for the eyes, so he can't see how he looks after the fact.
Oh,
so
that's
he can't
very
be
thoughtful.
As disappointed, you know? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, so you like basically peck this man's eyes out, and
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. And the demon can't see now, so you're welcome again.
that's beautiful.
So yeah,
What
as
are
I'm
the
going,
rest of you doing?
I get one eye in my mouth, and I just look
Perfect.
over at Martin. I spit it out, and it's kind of like, since we're playing charades, just be like, see, it's nothing.
It's not.
Come on.
I'm gonna make another attempt with Martin.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sure.
point to Martin,
Okay.
hand to like mouth,
Okay.
point at the demon,
Okay.
and then go. Ha.
Okay. Martin is gonna stick his own finger in his mouth again because he thinks you want him to barf on the demon. What are the rest of you doing?
Do we feel like this demon is becoming dislodged from this person? And if so, as archangels, do we see this possession doing anything in relationship to the body? Do we see spirit, dark or no?
I think at this particular moment, this demon is mostly just dealing with the fact that this thing is trying to eat the vessel's eyes, that it is happening. I wouldn't say it is
Listen,
in the process of
goes a
leaving.
little overboard, you know, but
True. I don't think it is in the process of leaving this body yet. Like, it is inconvenienced and angry, but like also not willing to like give up possessing this guy just yet.
Look, this is what I need, guys. I need Martin's finger in that dude's mouth.
You're just
Like
gonna
it's
tell everybody. You're like,
it's a
this is
bad
just
idea.
what needs to
Like,
happen.
is this going to be like a holy relic situation where it like bites the finger off and then we exercise it and it's like
No,
Martin's
I just need him to shove his fingers in the dude's mouth. I got restoration and physical.
I think I've read the lore on this one. Yeah, you do need to get his finger in his mouth.
Getting the demon out's the easy part. The hard
Yep.
we need Martin's fingers in the mouth.
Well, the good news is the guy won't see it coming, so I feel like it's going to be a little easier.
Yeah. I think I am going to point directly at the man behind Raphael while Raphael is doing the finger in the mouth gesture. I don't know how else we could clarify this. Or maybe one of us could. Well, wings aren't very good at grabbing a person and forcing their hand into somebody's mouth.
Well, I think if the demon's angry and painful, it's probably going, ah, already, so mouth is open.
We could shove him.
Meanwhile, Martin is literally just vomiting on the floor because he has stuck his own finger down his mouth.
God damn it.
I'm just gonna go over there and stick my feather in his throat.
No. We need Martin to put his hand.
Why? Ain't nobody else watching?
Just trust us. Just trust us.
I know, but like then we can be like.
And when the demon is out, the recovered person will know that Martin's fingers were in his mouth. We'll have verification. Come on, boys.
Look, I did my part. Get on it.
In that dude's mouth.
Come on. I've done my part. I'm now in supervisor position again. I'm reporting.
I'm going to grab his sleeve with my beak and drag him over there and put his hand in the guy's mouth. How about that?
Yes.
Sure.
I think that this is probably a 2, so wish me luck. A 6 and a 3.
Okay.
And then a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Martin, who is still covered in his own vomit, wanders over as you're kind of like shepherding him along by the sleeve, and you just like take his hand and you just shove it in this demon-possessed guy's mouth.
Hell yeah.
And Martin is like very confused, but he's like, I don't feel good, so whatever. So you manage to do this, and like the literal like second that Martin's finger like clears this guy's mouth, this guy shoots a very serious demon directly out of his ass. Directly out of his ass.
All right. Well,
That's according to lore. According to what it is written.
Indeed.
it is written.
Oh, I thought I was going to have to use a miracle to do that. Like, I figured the next step using miracle to drive the demon out of his butthole.
He's a saint in the making.
Yeah.
It's true. He's
Saint of buttholes.
the saint.
He might be a dum-dum, but he's a holy dum-dum.
He is a holy dum-dum.
It's true. So this demon expels itself from this man's butthole and like flies out the window, and like God knows where it went. But that's
Yeah,
the
you
joy of
better
exorcism. You get a demon out of someone, you don't know where it goes.
I'm still going to do the miracle.
Fail. Yeah, you're going to do the miracle to heal the guy, I hope.
I'm going to use restoration.
Oh, come on.
So that,
Michael's so mad.
so that as this is happening, he will regain his
work.
vision, his skin will heal.
Sure.
He'll be aware that he just took a massive demonic poo, and his vision will come back before the demon flies out
Okay.
of the home.
So he
he's
sees
like,
the
oh my
demon."
God, there was a demon in my shit.
Perfect.
And I'm going to give a holy, like, clouds parting honk.
Beautiful.
So, domains or physical ailments, that adds 2?
Yep.
Okay. So I've got 2 for honking, 2 for restoration, 2 for normal, and 2 for domains.
I just love figuring this out and like doing it verbally because it's way funnier.
This is going to be a lot of dice for nothing but ones.
Oh,
No, don't.
well, you're gonna be great.
Ooh.
Ooh.
2 ones.
He now has no anus.
2 ones, 5 5s, and a 6.
Damn. Okay, that's a lot of successes. I'm gonna let you cause some chaos. What kind of chaos would you like to cause?
But full chaos.
Well, you know,
Butthole chaos.
he did expel a demon from his ass that then flew out the window. I imagine there may be a bit of a display outside.
Is it trying to find another ass to work itself into?
I mean, you don't know where it went. That's the beauty of exorcism. You get a demon out of someone, you don't know where it goes.
Someone else's problem now.
I mean, maybe back to hell, maybe to his neighbors. It's a mystery. Problem.
Rapid, I didn't mean to interrupt your thing. What's your idea?
Chaos,
okay.
lay it on us.
Yeah, what's your chaos?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of chaos there already.
I mean, it can be chaos that's helpful to you as well. It's just you get to create the chaos because
think
you
the added
exploded a bunch of dice.
The added chaos will be that a theater troupe,
The fuck?
often commissioned by the church,
Often commissioned.
is passing by
Oh,
just in time to see the demon sweep out from the window.
and now it's a pantomime.
And the next thing they see is Martin and the victim staggering out of the house, confused. Martin
Covered in their own vomit.
vomit. The other guy, just massive shit stain down both legs, on his feet. It's all over the place. He looks kind of beat up, but also surprisingly fresh in the face. Like he's fully well, other than what you see down below, south of the border. And he proclaims very loudly. And he proclaims very loudly, Martin made me shit a demon. The Lord is with us all.
Wow.
Which leads to a fairly popular stage production.
What is the name of the stage production?
Yeah,
5
which
pounds
kinda
lighter.
makes its way around the rounds
Oh,
from town to town. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
What's the play called? It's all works out in the end.
Better out than
I
in.
don't know. Oh no.
The charming pantomime.
Dude, that sold out for months. Like, you laugh, but Better Out Than In was the hit of that entire theatrical season.
Better than a Punch and Judy show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When it lost some popularity, it became the Punch and Judy show. It was in puppet form, which they could get away with a lot more stuff.
That is true. So, job well done to you four divine geese once again. Martin is hailed as a hero. Martin is still like shaky on how involved he was in this process, but I mean, things seem to keep working out for him. So he's like, okay, like maybe I am kind of holy.
He's got divine vomit,
Yeah, he's
consecrated throw up.
He's making progress.
Yeah.
So this continues on, and you and Martin go on many fine adventures. You also, at one point, hear rumors of raiders descending on a city, and then you help Martin corner a demon in that church and convince the demon to tell everybody else that it's there, and that's a whole thing. You help Martin convince a pagan tribe to cut down their sacred tree by offering to stand in the path of the tree as it is felled. Big deal. Very miraculous.
A lot of pecking in that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this continues on until the moment that Martin, your dear friend, is on his deathbed, and you're like, finally, my dude, he's just gonna die. He'll be a saint eventually. Your work here is done. You can go back to being regular ass angels. You can be done being geese. You're all ready for it. You're like, you know what? Being a goose, kind of a drag. But unfortunately, like, the moment that Martin is like about to expire, someone shows up. Martin's pretty convinced it's Jesus. And he's like, sweet, Jesus is here to take me home. However, the four of you, using your divine senses,
Fake Jesus.
happen to know that that is your old pal Satan in disguise as Jesus.
Lucifer.
Trying to tempt your boy Martin one last time, thereby undoing all of your saintly goose work.
Dad damn it, Lou.
What are you gonna do? Your last hurrah.
I think I just
Everything is on the line.
I mean, I waddle right up to his ass. I'm webbed foot to toe with Lou, just looking up at him, and I look at Martin, I look at him, and I just give him a slow no, and being like, what do you want to do? Like, clearly he knows how much work we put into this. He knows me.
But now you're trying to tell him not to go with Jesus? Martin's like, no, that's like my whole deal.
No, I'm telling fuck Martin. Martin's an idiot. I'm telling Loser, look back the fuck up.
Idiot. Oh, I see. You're threatening Lucifer.
I'm throwing intimidation straight in Lucifer. He's seen what I've done in angel form and goose form. So there are no boundaries.
Okay.
Cross.
I think since I am the angel in charge of revelations,
sure,
I should probably flap the disguise off of that guy.
Hey, hell yeah.
Okay. What are the rest of you gonna do? Your last hurrah.
For the moment, I'm just gonna go normal goose. I'm gonna flap up and land on Martin's lazy, weak ass chest to prevent him from sitting up and going with the devil.
Just gonna physically make sure he can't.
Just put a little bit of extra weight on.
Because I mean, he wasn't strong before.
No,
Now he's old and dying. It's not going to take much weight.
it's true.
I mean, that's
in his bed.
correct. He was never a strong boy to begin with. I'm going to go off. I'm going to double down on Gabriel's miracle and hit my miracle.
Okay.
So one of my domains is conflict. Clearly,
Gotcha.
I'm standing off against the devil here.
You are.
So I'm going to shed my goose form and reveal my angelic archangel form. Fucking flaming sword, shield,
Whoa.
everything. Put myself between the bed of Martin and this now revealed, fallen prince, and just fucking get ready to throw down.
Damn. All right, Uriel.
I think I'm just gonna sit back and watch how this turns out.
I mean, you still got a miracle, my dude.
I have a suggestion, James.
Sure.
It's not, a lot of things happen in the name of God. And I'm just throwing out there that if while I held Martin down, you smothered him to death with a pillow, he would die before the devil could take him.
Oh, I can't do it.
And he's on the way already.
I'm the righteous eye of heaven.
Things.
Not the right suffocated of heaven. Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just throwing out ideas. You don't have to.
That is an idea, and given my protection and everything, I can hold this bitch off until you want to smother this asshole. It'd probably feel good with all the stuff that he put us through too.
No.
Guys,
He's going to a better place.
we can't murder our holy dum-dum.
We're not murdering him. We're releasing him to go home.
It's the human's
Dad
job to
will
murder people.
understand.
Fine.
Dad doesn't want Lou to have him.
Forget I said anything. I'll just sit here. It's fine. He can.
You know what? We'll probably get a knowing nod, Dad, good job. And won't that feel good? If we get Martin home.
I mean, Dad never killed anybody.
Listen, the orders didn't come down to make this guy into a pillar of
Who are you
salt.
talking to?
I mean, there's a whole flood.
I know.
Everybody.
I know.
Honestly, I feel like if we reveal this guy to be Satan, he's not going to go with him.
Is Uriel the trump card? He's just going to be in the background if we fail miserably.
I mean, Uriel's still got a miracle. He could create a fire. He could bust out a portal. He's got options.
Yeah.
Oh, portal him back to hell. Fuck this guy.
I think I'm just going to create a portal and reach through and pull real Jesus through. And be like,
I love how we're going murder this guy, portal this guy back to hell. No, it's the name of Jesus. Here is it, and the real Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, you guys are assuming that that's not just going to break Dum Martin's brain when there's two Jesuses telling him to do different things.
That's why I'm flapping the disguise.
Order here. Raphael jumps on him to weigh him down. Gabriel brushes off his disguise. Michael comes out in full-on archangel form, and then Uriel brings out Jesus. I mean, that seems like a pretty fucking great scheme.
Okay,
if
great.
nothing else, that should give him a heart attack and send him on his way.
I mean, yes. He sees both his torment and his savior in the same glance, one in each eye. I think that'll give him a heart attack.
Now, to be clear, is the torment Satan or the geese?
Yes.
It's both. Okay, so just run me down through this plan step by step one more time.
So I think Raphael, you're going to weigh him down and give him some gestures for
just
charades. One last round of charades for a no bad guy, right?
I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to sit on his chest. He can't.
I mean, that works too.
He's old and weak. It's fine.
True.
Honk in his ear so he can't hear what Lucifer may be saying. See, I hear he has a silver tongue.
Just deafen him via honking.
Absolutely. Rely on what you see, you bastard.
And he's okay. He's not going anywhere.
Okay. And meanwhile, Gabriel is flapping off Lucifer's disguise.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's vicious
Michael
flapping.
is just whipping out full-on archangel form.
You bring the devil to me? You think I'm not going to go all out? Hell yeah. Yeah, fuck
All
this
right.
goose form.
And Uriel
Give me my flaming
is
sword.
summoning Jesus through a portal.
Yeah. Real
All right,
Jesus.
great. Please roll.
He is dead.
Starting with Raphael in succession. Please roll.
Raphael, roll your 2d6.
Oh, sorry.
So I was like, what am I rolling for? Sitting?
You're sitting.
Rolling for goose weight.
Rolled a 4 and a 1.
Okay.
That's a success. Roll another one to pool that success, baby.
3.
Okay.
All right. Or 1 and 1. Hey, buddy.
You are weighing down Martin. Like you're sitting on his chest and like weighing him down. Martin is a dum-dum and is just kind of looking at you, and he just like puts up his hand and starts petting you. And it's just like he doesn't know like what he's supposed to do, but he's like, nice goose. That's cool. We'll
We've
hang
come a
out.
long way.
Yeah. You guys
You're
are
the
friends.
only one that played charades with him. You're his favorite. It's fine. I don't give a shit.
I'm here with you at the end.
It's
Aw.
very nice. Gabriel, get your flap on.
I got a 5, a 5, a 4, and a 3.
Hell yeah.
And followed by a 6, a 5, and a 2.
Okay.
Hell yes.
You are doing a lot of very aggressive flapping at Lucifer, who, because he's kind of bad at disguises, turns out, you are flapping hard enough that you manage to like flap off his like Jesus-y crown and his Jesus-y robe, and poor Martin just looks confused at this point. Like he doesn't really understand what's happening, and he's old, so like maybe he has a little bit of dementia, and he's not tracking with what's going down here.
Standing in his place is Viggo Mortensen in the prophecy.
No. All right, Michael. Reveal your terrible archangel form.
Oh God, I can't wait. I got 3 successes and a 1.
Okay.
All right, I need to roll 2 more for my big ol' 8. I got 1 more 1. Uh-oh. All right, so I get to re-roll these 3 bad boys. I lost it. Hang on. All right. 3. Okay, I have 5 total successes, but I got 3 1s.
Oh dang.
It's Archangel Michael versus Lucifer. There's going to be some chaos and shit going on. So that's on point. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Additionally, because Gabriel had so many successes, is there a particular form of chaos you would like to create, my friend? Just general chaos, you are allowed.
Let's see. I would say that the flapping and the honking and the just general chaos that's occurred has attracted an audience that is looking in through the window.
Sure.
Dude, I would even go a step further and say a wall got blasted off. From the house. That would attract an audience.
This is now just there's no more privacy. It's just all out in the open.
Flap the house down. That's how it is.
Flap the house down.
Man. Okay. So you reveal your terrible archangel form.
Yeah, I do.
Which causes our poor boy Martin to immediately, like, despite being weighed down by this goose, this is enough for this man to jump out of bed. He is like, what is happening? This seems dangerous.
Oh, I turn right back to him and put a hand up and I just sit down.
Martin does so because he's not hard to convince of things.
Goddamn.
Unless it's
convincing
him to stick his hands in a demon's mouth. My man Uriel, what are you doing?
I mean, we're perform a miracle. I mean, we gotta convince this guy that
you're pulling Jesus through the portal.
I'm pulling Jesus through the portal.
Roll for pulling real Jesus from the portal.
Not fake ass Jesus. You know what? I think I have enough D6 of these dragon ones that I'm just gonna roll all 6 of them at the same time. If I haven't done it yet, this extra life, and man, that's satisfying.
Do it.
I got 3 3s, 2 4s, and a 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I rolled a 5 and a 4 on top of it. So
What?
0 1
Nice.
and 5 successes.
Okay, so you
Heavenly
reach through
fanfare as Jesus.
absolutely.
I open a portal.
Open a portal.
The golden grace of God pours through it, and I pull through real ass Jesus, stigmata and all, and he buddy Christ Martin and says, "It's time to come home to Daddy."
All right. You get some chaos too, because that was a lot of successes. How
yeah.
would you like to make this scene more chaotic?
I'd like to see.
Make me just impale.
I would like to see Lucifer turn into his true form and just watch the townspeople go absolutely mad for Jesus, the devil, Saint Michael, Goose Portal Boy, sweet Goose on the Saint Martin, the soon to be Saint Martin. Because let's be honest,
like what a farewell tour. Can we just pause for a second? If everyone's still on the fence about Martin, and all of a sudden Archangel Michael and Lucifer and Jesus, like there's no question.
That's
just blockbuster.
No question.
So many.
It's gonna be too much.
No.
Okay.
This is
So
like when you
Michael
go,
and Lucifer go to their
Michael Bay
do
movie.
they like go Megazord?
Like,
It's like when you go to a Michael Bay
kaiju battle now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you summon real Jesus.
Actual Jesus.
You cause Lucifer to like reveal 100% his true form.
Yeah.
Martin just is sitting there in awe and stunned. The townspeople are all like fainting, crying, peeing their pants.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
A couple people probably died, but that's okay.
It's cool. They went with the Lord. You've got Jesus who like just wanders over and just like punches Lucifer because he's sick of this shit. You've got Martin who is at this point like getting up because like it's Jesus. Sure, he'll go with him. That seems fine. So Jesus and Martin make their way through the portal. Satan decides he's like done with this. He's been punched. He fucks back off to hell where he lives. Everybody who is just like generally waiting outside is like, again, it's just mass hysteria and chaos and wild nonsense. And so endeth the life of Martin, your sweet, sweet boy.
Touchdown dance.
Touchdown. Everybody's victorious goose pose.
I'm
going to do some brief
I'm no
math.
longer doing the victory goose pose. It's straight up victory Michael Archangel pose, which like gives like everyone orgasms when they see it. It's just
Beautiful. I'm going to do some sweet, sweet math here and just to figure out, in accordance with the prophecy, how everybody's final total wound up here.
Also, really quick, while we were playing this game, I also painted my Toad miniature from Protocol.
Nice.
So amazing.
He got done. I got to put eyes on him, which I hate doing, so that's gonna be the last thing to do. So it
eyes are the worst.
more. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, do it big. Nice.
There he is.
That's
Oh,
sick.
I put it up and there we go. Don't take it away. Don't do it. Yeah, there we go. We got Toad.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
I did a big old Malekith last night for a buddy that I've owed it to him for like 8 months because I'm awful. And that one came out really, really cool. I think I had 2 people watching for the most part, which, you know, is better than 0, so I'll take it. But yeah, he came out really nice. And now I'm like in a painting frenzy, and every time I play something, I have to paint shit. So
all right. So your grand total of goose schemery is 15. One away from y'all being condemned to hell. So well done.
Whoa. Hang on. Pause. How the hell would we be condemned to hell?
Hold
if
on,
we-
I'll tell you.
You have to read the whole packet.
Okay, so you all wound up with a
Joel, there
15
have to be
even.
some surprises, okay? I don't want all the spoilers.
So you all wound up with a 15 even, which means everything has gone to plan. St. Martin is a patron saint of France. You retire fat and happy with a fine severance package. You were one away from St. Martin becoming too popular. Martinine sects rise up against the central body of the church. After a series of bloody schisms, the Pope is executed for heresy, and you were condemned to hell for all eternity.
I mean, that would have been sick.
You almost did too good with
Would've
that
been-
last wild scheme where you summoned Jesus.
The
Look,
entire
sorry,
town
Dad
is
says
alive.
do the thing, we do the thing. Sorry, like, what is he gonna read?
You
I had
did
to
it.
give it my all, okay?
I don't. Yeah,
You did it.
I mean, at least we get away with a fat severance package here.
Yep.
You
I
do.
mean, 1000%.
do.
And honestly, I mean, I think it's really the game's fault for throwing Lucifer at us, and you know, we're not gonna do everything possible at that point. Come on. Are they watching? Who made this game? Are you watching like Lucifer at the end? And now you're doing too good. Sorry, you were too proficient at your job, Archangel. We can't.
I mean, much like things in the Christian church, sometimes you do too well, and then everything goes
did
to
too
hell.
much punishment.
Exactly. Oh, well,
So,
thank you all
No
for.
punishment, but rewards. We're only $556 away from 75% of our goal. We still got a day left. So if you got some ducats in your pockets and you'd like to donate them to Lady Christie for running an amazing campaign, or Nathan
Indeed.
for being a great archangel, or Greg for being absolutely serene, clean.
Say, you
and
want that toad?
really
We'll
mean.
throw it in. You want a donation? You can get that toad. You want
Yeah.
that?
Get that toad.
Bad boy.
You want that?
Get that toad.
Next is going to be this little tiny paladin kitty, because I have
Aw.
some kitties and catacombs and some dungeons and dogos.
He's so cute.
Oh, dude, I've got a Maine Coon druid that's ready to go. I've got oh, hang on, let me just here. It's right here. I've got a Maine Coon fighter that's ready to go. I'm going to do a ragdoll bard. There's a
Nice.
Persian warlock that's already done, a Norwegian forest druid,
Nice.
and this is
That
the
just
Korat
checks out.
paladin. You want
That's
it? Give me a
awesome.
donation. It's yours.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a kitty in full plate armor?
All kitties should have armor.
I mean,
You know who doesn't want that? Lucifer.
that son of a bitch. That's why we expelled his ass almost too proficient.
Ooh, yeah.
You did.
Hell
You
yeah.
did.
Yep.
You did. It was a very convoluted scheme.
For what it's worth, I did workshop 2 potential names for the play.
Okay, I'm ready.
One being Much Ado About Poopin',
Excellent. Beautiful.
or Romeo and Toilette.
Ah!
Toilet. Hell yeah.
Romeo and Toilette.
Now, is that going to be like, are we infringing on Shakespeare? Is this going to be like copyright things? Because I think better out
Shakespeare
than
be inspired by us.
Yeah.
Guys, you're sleeping on Honk If You Love Jesus.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
I mean, I think that wins. Done in the stream. I think we need to make, hey, James, can we make Known World United Honk If You Love Jesus merchandise for next year? We have stickers.
Yeah, we definitely won't get
bumper stickers
for that.
and t-shirts and shit. And we can even have the standoff between Lucifer and then Michael.
Lucifer
going
just
from goose form into full-on angel form.
and
Goose with the crucifix.
just the image of real Jesus punching Lucifer.
I mean, that too.
I like the Venn
Like
diagram of just being
background.
2 circles that are sitting about 10 feet apart from each other in terms of our audience and ourselves and this merchandise.
Now, listen, this is perfect because we have Joel, who already showed off his wonderful artwork earlier in streams that can make this shit happen.
Mm.
So,
True story.
Joel, get on it. You know what?
Get on it.
No, here's the thing.
A mission.
Joel, I don't think Joel's at his goal yet. So I think if all of us put
Goal.
together and throw some money at Joel, he'll do the thing.
He'll just rip arms off for $5.
That too. I mean, if he does that for $5, imagine what he'll do with this amazing illustration for 20
True.
or
True.
50 or 100
50.
or 200.
200.
Y'all want to go around and say what you got coming up tonight? Or tomorrow?
Sure. Why not?
Well, at 7, I'll be participating in Dungeon Taskers with
As will
Zach.
the three of us on top here as well.
Ooh.
It's going to be ridiculous. I don't know what to expect because I'm not allowed to know a lot about it because I'm a contestant, but it'll be great. If you love Taskmaster and you love nerdy shit, I feel like it's going to be a good marriage of those two things.
Being on
You,
stream.
Michael, what do you got coming up? I'm sorry, Nathan.
Oh God, sorry. Hey, so
good.
I'm actually done for the night, so I can spend some time with my kids and my wife because I have to, give the whole extra life family separation. But tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., I'm going to be leading some people through Raccoon Sky Pirates, which Joel and Nate are going to be a part of. And I'll say this: anyone that played the game or anyone who's watching, if you enjoyed the nonsense and chaos from this, come watch or be a part of Raccoon Sky Pirates, because my God, is it ridiculous.
It's so fun.
The whole premise, Christy, we got spaces. If you want to pop on over.
I don't know if I can be up at 8 a.m.
You don't have to just be a raccoon. I'll throw you a pigeon or a cockroach. You can choose whatever you want.
I mean, if I'm going to play Raccoon Sky Pirates, I'm going to be a possum. Like, let's be honest.
We already have one possum in the mix. Or actually, no, the possum had to drop out. My buddy Chris had to drop out. So we have 4 of us playing. And I would love it if you're already familiar with the game. It's nothing but a yes and game and trying to control all of the chaos. The whole premise is there's a junkyard that raccoons or possums or roaches or rats or pigeons or a conglomeration of all the trash animals have somehow created a flying contraption. It's kind of like, put enough chimpanzees in a room with typewriter to get Shakespeare. We got Shakespeare in the form of a ramshackle flying thing, and they're going into town to find better trash and hoping to God that they bring it back to the junkyard. I've only played it once or twice, but holy shit, is it ridiculous. And the amount of nonsense is infinite. It's hilarious. So that's 8 a.m. tomorrow. If you guys want to do that at Known World Extra, I believe. And Joel's going to be coming. Joel, you picked one of the raccoons, right? I think you're not Trigger. Torch Kid.
Yeah. I was tempted. I like the name Brisket Jack better.
Yes.
Good.
But I like the spec sheet for Torchy Ray or whatever the name was.
See, I'm going to be playing Maria XXL because she's the brave, strong bitch. And I played her last time and had a blast. To give you an idea of the ridiculousness, we had a rival trash gang show up with their other flying contraption, and the dumpster fire was the name of our flying contraption. Was powered by Tesla coils, and I had somehow gotten some plate weights, and so I just started to throw them at the other flying contraption in enough of a space to where we got a chain lightning reaction from the Tesla coils, and it blew up their ship. So that's the type of shit you can expect tomorrow at 8 a.m. With Raccoon Sky Pirates.
Beautiful. Real quick, James, Joel, what else you got going on?
Dungeon Taskers, Bigfoot.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's Bigfoot tonight, right?
Yeah. Raccoon Sky Pirates, all out of bubblegum. I have 4 commission spots. They're still open.
Sweet. Cool. James is eating, so we'll.
Joel, I threw money at Joel last year for one of my favorite D&D characters, and I may throw him another one. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I may throw him money again just because it came out so well, and I may just say, give me my favorite comic character, because honestly, like, it is and what's great about it is every single step that Joel took, like, oh, here's the sketch I'm thinking about, here maybe the colors, like, he got you involved in every single thing. So it wasn't just, here's the money, here's the stuff. Like, he got you to be a part of it, which was awesome, and I loved the outcome. So if I can make it happen, money's coming your way, Joel.
All right.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think we should wait till Sky Pirates tomorrow, and then I'll commission the favorite scene that happened out of the nonsense.
That's all right. We better call it so people have enough time to eat dinner before.
There it is.
I'll be doing all of the other things. Plus, I'm in the midst of 25 hours straight that started at 8 a.m. this morning. I will be playing Dungeon Taskers. I will be playing Bigfoot Stole My Car with my friend's birthday present in it. I'll be running that with the Hang with Christy and Joel. If anybody else wants to play, jump in. Similarly crazy one-pager. At midnight, I will be playing Tales from the Loop, 90s edition, with the one and only Touch Phillips. He's older, he's wiser, he still hates Peter Weller. And then after that, at the second 2 a.m., because we got our extra hour for Extra Life, I will be hanging out and diving maybe too deep in the Mines of Moria with Cologne. And then either wrapping it up with an escape room or just playing Mines of Moria until I hit my 25 hours. And then I sleepy, and then I wake up, and then I all out of bubble gum, and then I sleepy again, and then I do the wrap show, and that's a wrap. We are almost 75%. Please keep watching. Please keep loving. Please keep donating for the kids.
We'll be back at 7 here. We'll be back at 7 Extra Life United. Or 7:30, sorry. 7:30.
It'll be on Known World United at 7:30.
Okay, so see you back here at 7:30. Everybody go eat some dinner.
James, if you say fuck sleep, come join us at 8 a.m. for a little raccoon.
Oh, God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to physically say anything, but I will.
5 hours. Never mind.
I will contemplate it because I love Raccoon Sky Pirates, but I also love sleep. So we'll see.
Girl, if you want to do it, bring it on.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks, guys.